楽しませてくれるではないか。貴様には道化の才があるのやもしれんな。
Winter 2026 had no business going this hard. I'm talking planet-splitting finales, courtroom domain expansions, a resurrected samurai cutting through fan favorites like tissue paper, and somehow the season where everything peaked at once. So here are the fights that absolutely owned this winter. Let's get into it.
やはり人するのではいかないか。早い。魔法がまるで当たらん。
Be honest, when I heard Frieren was entering its action arc, I had zero expectations for a full-blown shonen throwdown. You know what I mean, don't you? And then episode 8 came along and completely humbled me. Divine Revolt is terrifying, with 4 arms and 4 swords that shift weight on command, and the kind of villain design that makes you pause the frame just to take it in. But holy cow, Stark, my guy, my man, he did not let me down. Madhouse brought their A-team. Yutaka Nakamura was on key animation. That tells you everything you need to know.
飛ぶぞ、寄りつだ。
もちろんです。はあ。
Guess I'm still processing it. Episode 6 is where Sentenced to be a Hero stopped being that cool new dark fantasy and turned into something I genuinely cared about. Iblis keeps mutating, grotesque, relentless, like a boss fight that won't stay dead. And Tiorita finally reveals the Holy Sword, a weapon so absurdly overpowered it literally erases what it can't destroy. But here's the thing that got me. After all that chaos, after Iblis resurrects and nearly kills them both, Xylo just, well, pats Tiorita on the head. That's it. And I felt my chest tighten.
拳こそが剣。
Baki has always been ridiculous. That's the point. But Retsu versus Musashi, that one actually hurt. Retsu trains under Sea Emperor Gaku to master Shioli specifically for this fight. He agrees to armed combat, which in the Baki universe is practically signing your own death warrant. And for a while, it actually works. Retsu lands real hits, borrows Baki's stance, channels everything he's ever learned into one last stand. Then Musashi binds him, and Retsu, proud, stubborn Retsu, would rather die on his feet than be spared on his knees. So Musashi honors him, cuts him down with 2 clean slashes. No dramatics, no speeches, just silence, and then the Tokyo Dome mourns a man who's been part of this franchise for decades. That one stayed with me. If you dropped Hell's Paradise after Season 1, I get it, okay, I get it. But Season 2, Episode 8 is the reason people are calling this Mappa's redemption arc. The two Tensen merge into a single Gishikai form and is animated with this grotesque beauty that made that whole anime community lose its mind. People were posting side-by-sides with the manga panels and the anime matched or beat them. Gantetsusai swinging wildly against something genuinely godlike while Fuchi calculates weaknesses from the sideline gives the fight this scrappy, desperate energy I love. It's not a clean victory, it's survival. Mappa's color work, ethereal Tensen glow against gritty human desperation added a visual layer that the manga could only dream of. The glow up is real.
勘違いするな試練逆落とす その衝撃は天を裂き どうしたアーサー楽しもうぞシードこの一撃で
I need to talk about this one carefully because I'm still not sure I didn't hallucinate it. Arthur Boyle, the guy who thinks he's a knight, whose entire power system runs on delusion, fights Dragon from ground level all the way into actual outer space. He loses his legs, he loses a hand, he loses an eye, and it just keeps going. Because in his mind, a knight doesn't stop until the dragon is dead. Then he swings Violet Earth Cleaver and splits the planet in half. The planet. David Productions skipped the opening theme entirely and went straight into it. 9.9 on IMDb at debut, the highest rated anime episode of 2026. And the wildest part of it all, it is completely earned. Every dumb knight joke from 3 seasons ago suddenly feels like foreshadowing. Arthur Boyle, the greatest idiot in anime history. No second guesses there.
殺しきってみせよう 本質が人である限り
Fake fights have a reputation for spectacle, and Strange Fake knows that. But Alcides vs Jack is something quieter and nastier. Jack isn't your typical berserker. He's methodical, creeping through snowfields, backstreets like the historical nightmare he's based on. Alcides, meanwhile, fights with Heracles' strength, but is stripped of divine protection, making every exchange feel genuinely dangerous. A1 Pictures leans into horror framing here. Tight corridors, shifting shadows, sudden bursts of violence. It feels less like a servant battle and more like a thriller where both characters happen to be superhuman. Just two killers reading each other in the dark.
よし行こうかなめるな動くなジョンムとキは動けない
行くぜ。さあ、
これでも撃ない。
やるか。
Okay, so can we just talk about the absolute chaos that was the Sendai colony battle? Because Gege looked at a three-way fight and said, what if everyone here was cracked out of their minds? You've got Yuta, the guy Gojo himself called potentially his equal, going up against a sorcerer who can literally nuke city blocks, and a woman who can fold space like it's origami. The power scaling is absurd. Every time you think one person has the advantage, the dynamic completely shifts. It's not just a slugfest either. There's genuine strategy, curse technique counters, and Yuta pulling out Rika like, oh, you thought this was hard mode? Nah. And can we talk about how insane the animation was in the episode? Peak JJK, no debate.
Manfuku da.